Imagine writing just one novel, being mocked while you were alive, dying at only 30 years old, and then creating one of the greatest love stories ever written. This is Emily Bronte. Emily Jane Bronte grew up in an isolated parsonage on the windswept Yorkshire moors with her incredibly talented siblings Charlotte Bronte and Anne Bronte. She had very beautiful eyes, kind, kindling, liquid eyes, but she did not often look at you and she was too reserved. She talked very little. She and Anne were like twins, inseparable companions. As children, they invented entire imaginary kingdoms and called it the Gondel, complete with maps, politics, wars, and wrote epic poems about it. But here is the shocking part. When Emily wanted to publish, she couldn't use her real name. She published under the masculine pen name Alice Bell because women writers weren't taken seriously in the 19th century. In 1847, she published her only novel, Wuthering Heights. Today, it's considered a masterpiece. Back then, critics called it savage, disturbing, immoral, and even disgusting. They simply couldn't understand its dark passion and morally complex characters. Emily barely lived long enough to see its failure. Just a year later, she died from tuberculosis at only 30, refusing medical treatment almost until the very end. Emily was intensely private. She and her sister Anne were so shy that they hid under the tables or behind doors when visitors came to their home. She rarely left home, disliked attention, and there isn't a single confirmed portrait painted that truly captures what she looked like. She preferred pets to humans. She loved animals, especially dogs. Once while teaching, she told her class she liked the school dog best and reportedly rescued a stray dog that everyone else thought was dangerous. When bitten by a dog with rabies, she did not tell anyone and used a hot poker to burn the wound herself. She was also astonishingly strong. She was great with a rifle and her father trusted her to shoot safely. Family stories describe her controlling powerful dogs and walking alone for miles across the wild moors in all kinds of weather. Unlike many famous writers, she never married, never chased literary fame, and never gave public lectures. But she was a skilled pianist who taught music in Brussels and played regularly for family, while Charlotte taught English. Spelling was not Emily's greatest strength, yet she wrote one of the literature's most unforgettable anti-heroes, Heathcliff, a character readers still argue about nearly 2 centuries later. The famous song Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush was inspired by Emily's novel and introduced millions of new readers to her story. Even more incredible, Emily's complete legacy rests on one novel and a collection of extraordinary poems. One book, one lifetime, endless influence. Here is the question. If you could be remembered forever for creating just one masterpiece, would you spend your life perfecting that one work? Or would you rather create hundreds of good ones? Tell me your answers in the comments and don't forget to follow for more unbelievable stories behind the world's greatest authors.